Hey guys, how's it going? So I just put up a video with an album collection update. There were 4 albums in there. If you want to, go check that out. This is my list video. I was debating on whether I wanted to do all 3 lists at once or 3 separate videos. I decided I'll go ahead and do them all at once. This is my top 5 albums from the following 3 years: 2003, 2006, and 2010. So we'll start off with 2003, with it being the oldest year. Number 5 is Waking the Fallen by Avenged Sevenfold. Waking the Fallen is probably Avenged Sevenfold's most powerful and strongest and best album to date. While I do love everything Avenged Sevenfold's put out, with Hail to the King to a lesser extent, um, Waking the Fallen has to be my favorite from them, just because of the sheer force that they throw on this album. Number 4 is Year of the Spider by Cold, taking a complete opposite direction from Avenged Sevenfold. Cold is more of like an alternative heavy metal. Um, I wanted to say progressive, but that wouldn't be the correct term for them. But this album does have some really nice songs, very emotional, in my opinion anyway. 3 Days Grace is self-titled. Their debut was number 3. Hands down my favorite 3 Days Grace album so far, next to 1X. The self-titled is just full of emotion, full of raw energy from 3 Days Grace and from Adam Gontier himself. Number 2 is Fallen by Evanescence. Evanescence's debut has to be one of the best examples of gothic metal, in American gothic metal at least, in my opinion. And number 1 is Damnation by Opeth. Opeth are just masters of poetic lyrics. Mikhail Ackerfeld, or Michael Ackerfeld, or however he pronounces his name, is just a true musical genius. With Damnation being their first album with only clean lyrics, no death growls, and being so progressive and so mellow, it just blew me away. Next we move into 2006. Number 5, The Crusade by Trivium. While The Crusade is my least favorite Trivium album to date, I'm still debating on whether Vengeance Falls beats it out or not. The Crusade is still an alright album. I'm not too big on thrash metal, but Trivium keeps some of the metalcore sound that they have predominantly used on all of their albums to date. Number 4 is Comatose by Skillet. Now you're probably thinking, this guy just put a ton of metal on here, now he's putting like Christian metal on here. While I'm not a very religious person, I think Skillet is an amazing band. And Comatose is just no exception to anything that Skillet has done. Number 3 is The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, which I actually have a poster for hanging up over there somewhere. The Black Parade is probably one of the most unique concept albums I've ever come across, or at least for this year anyway. The Black Parade is probably my favorite My Chemical Romance album of all time, and it was sad to see them break up this past year. Number 2 is Phobia by Breaking Benjamin. Phobia is hands down some of Breaking Benjamin's best work. I know I said that about Saturate. I'll probably say that about We Are Not Alone and about Dear Agony as well. Breaking Benjamin is truly amazing. The emotion that Ben Burnley pours into his music is truly amazing. Number 1 is 10,000 Days by Tool. Tool are a complete genre of their own. You have every other artist that ever existed, that exists, and that will ever exist, and then you have Tool. Tool just came out of nothing and created art, hands down art. So Tool's 10,000 Day takes the number 1 spot for 2006. 2010, the final 5. We Stitch These Wounds by Black Veil Brides takes number 5. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I personally love Black Veil Brides, and I found out about them before their second album came out. I like Black Veil Brides. I don't care if you do or don't. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Number 4, Korn 3, Remember Who You Are, obviously by Korn. Korn returning to their new metal roots here on this album was truly amazing. while it kind of surprised me when The Path of Totality came out a year later that they would put dubstep in, Korn 3 definitely brings me back to the days of the self-titled, of Life is Peachy, of Follow the Leader, and to a lesser extent Issues and Untouchables. Number 3 is Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. This album is very dark, very reminiscent of their final works with their drummer, The Rev, who passed away tragically in 2009. Nightmare is just a truly dark album, and you can tell, especially in tracks like Fiction and Save Me, that The Rev knew that his time was up. But that aside, Nightmare is truly an amazing piece of work. Number 2, there's actually 2 albums within the same packaging. It's Screamworks' Love and Theory and Practice chapters 1 through 13 and Baudelaire and Braille by him. Baudelaire and Braille was the acoustic reworking of Screamworks in the exact same track order. Him are truly the masters of gothic metal, at least again in my opinion. Screamworks, while it's not my favorite album by them, I could probably name 2 or 3 others that I think are better. Still, Screamworks has some of their best songs on it, and some of their most popular songs, and at least I think so. Number 1, rounding out this list video, is Opus Eponymous by Ghost. If you don't know who Ghost are, they're that band right there. It says Ghost on the poster. They are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial, you could say. They had some issues releasing their 2013 album Infestissimum here in the States, and that's beside the point. Opus Eponymous is truly just, here Lucifer, here we are, take us, do what you will with us. Opus Eponymous is just truly amazing, reminiscent of, I don't want to compare them to like Iron Maiden or Metallica, definitely not Metallica, but I don't want to compare them to like older groups, but they're more like, actually more like Black Sabbath, if anyone. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I didn't go into very much detail, but I think there's still a 15-minute limit. I'm at 7 to almost 8 minutes now, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. Thanks for watching. If you like this, hit the subscribe button down there. If you think, or if you don't agree with my list, let me know what yours would be in the comments. I love hearing other people's opinions. Just please don't be rude about it. I hate when people are rude about their own opinion. It just really irritates me. But thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. See you later.